Today, in this session, I'll show you how to do debug in Java application using the intellij idea. So initially, I written this simple program uh, so that it will be easy uh, to show you in debug mode. Okay. So first of all, we need to run this program in debug mode. We have to put the breakpoint. Okay. So how to put the breakpoint? So this is the main method. As we know, this is the entry point of the Java program. Okay, and so let me put breakpoint over here on line number 7. So you have to click by keeping cursor over here, and you can see the red circle came over here. So this is called the breakpoint. Okay, you can see line breakpoint, right? Okay, so after that there is a green button. Click over here and debug main. Okay, don't click run main, click debug main. Okay, so right now my program is on debug mode, and you can see the breakpoint came over here. Okay, on the breakpoint controller came over here. Okay, so from here we can debug line by line to see the value, what will be the value at a runtime of I. Okay, so over here you can see the debugger tab over here, and this is the options which will help you to go step in, step over, and a step out. Okay, so you can see over here if you keep cursor over here on this option, it is showing the step over. Okay, so if you click over here, you can see this line, this green color line, it will come step down. Okay, here it came, right? And you can see initially the I value is 1. Okay, so here you can see I value I equal to 1, and in below also you can see I equal to 1, right? So again if you click over here, then I value will be increased from 1 to 2, and here it will show 2, and the same value to be print in C statement, right? So click over here. So this green color bar it came back to off on line 7. Okay, and after that this I value will be increased from 1 to 2. Okay, so here you can see I value uh, equal to 2, and here you can see also as well. Okay, so if you keep clicking on this, so this loop will iterate 5 times until this condition is satisfied, right? So at runtime we can check like this by putting the breakpoint over here, and we can see like how the I value is increasing from 1 to up to the mentioned value as 5. Okay, by clicking over here, step over. So right now the I value is 5. Okay, so it will go up and it will check the condition. I equal to less than equal to 5, condition will be true. Okay, what is the value? It will increase 5. Okay, so then I value, previously I value was the 6, sorry 5, and when it came back to I plus plus, so it become 6, right? And after that it will check the condition over here. So this condition got false, and the debugger came back over here. Okay, and we can click over here. So this is the output we can see on the console, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is a simple loop I written over here. Okay, so other than loop, I have another method called add to numbers, so which is taking you to arguments, and it will add over here. After that it will return the value. So let me comment this line of a code, and call the third method from here. pass any dummy numbers over here for 5. So it will give the result and print this result. Okay, so actually this is a another method. Okay, so how we can debug this method? As you know that my method execution will start from this main method, and from this main method I'm calling to another private method in this class that is called added two numbers, and we can see like how to debug this method, right? So you know like we kept that breakpoint over here, and how to remove the breakpoint. So just again click on this, so it will disappear, I mean it will be removed, right? So at runtime we know if you run this program, so this line will execute. Okay, and in this line this is the method. It will come to here by taking two values. Okay, and in this method there is a one business logic uh, has written over here, that is nothing but adding two numbers and returning back to the color method. So here color method is nothing but main method, right? Okay, so it's up to you where you want to put the breakpoint. So our main focus is how to debug this uh, private method. Okay, so let me put the breakpoint over here. Okay, and I run the method as a debug mode, debug main, right? Okay, so my program is in debug mode, so we have to step over uh, add two numbers, right? So if we want to see how this line is executing, so we have to put the breakpoint over here. Okay, so because this logic is not inside this main method. Okay, so if you won't put the breakpoint on this line number 15, so you won't see the value of a and b, what value we are passing 2 and 4. So those two values are coming to this method or not. Okay, so that we want to check by doing debug, right? So I kept the breakpoint over here and step over, so you can see the value came. What is the value? You can keep cursor, either you can see the value of a and b over here equal to 2 and b equal 4, or else you can keep cursor on a to you have to check the what is the value. Okay, so similarly for b, you will keep cursor, it will come over here 4. Okay, and then so this, that means what are the value we are passing from main method 2 and 4. So those two values are coming here to this method called add two numbers. Okay, and the simple addition logic that we have done over here, a plus b, that means 2 plus 4, so it will become 6, right? So yeah, so let me put the breakpoint over here, over, right? So once this method is executed, then it will return back the result uh, over here, right? And it will store the result. So then next line will be execute, that is the C# statement. Okay, which will print the result. So I want to see uh, what would be the value of result at a runtime. Okay, so for that we have to put the breakpoint next to the line 10, right? Yeah, so then step over, click the step over. Okay, then from this statement executed, okay, then controller go back to the previous line from where it's being uh, entered. Okay, so then we have to click over here, step over. You can click over here, or you can press F8 from your keyboard, right? So if you keep cursor on result, you can see the result of 6. Okay, and here below console also you can see the result 6. Okay, and then you can step over. So program execution will be done, and you can see the result is 6, right? So this is how you can do debug by calling to another methods. So this here in this case I just written one statement. So in real time you will have a like a more number of lines in a private method. Okay, so this private method may call to another private method, and that another private method you can also debug. Okay, and so this is just passing two arguments and doing the addition of those two arguments. Okay, so I have another example which is returning the string value. Okay, and this method if you call, so this will return, right? So let me debug this method as well. Let me remove the breakpoint over here. Okay, and comment this line, call this method from main. String message, you can give any variable name and print this string message on console. Okay, so as we are going to debug this get message, so we have to put the breakpoint over here, right? So let's run the program in debug mode. Okay, so as I didn't keep the breakpoint over here. Okay, so that's why directly it came back uh, to this get message method directly. Okay, so let me stop this program and re-execute this program as a debug mode. Okay, you can see like a debugger came over here on line number 11. Okay, and if we step over, so from this line number 11 it will came to this method, right? Yeah, so then it is returning the value that is hello John. Okay, and if we step over, then this will come back to the previous method color line number 11, because from this line we came to this method, right? So yeah, so if you go step over, the value which we got from this get message method, so it will be initialized to str message variable. Okay, so we'll get to know like what the value of str message. So you can see over here on console str message equal to hello John, or else you can keep cursor on a variable. Okay, you can see hello John. Okay, so that means at a runtime when you will run the program, you will see a value. Okay, and step over another time, then uh, program will be ended because there is no lines of code in this method, right? Yeah, so you can see the hello John that we got on console, and we know like this is auto statement we are written to print the result value, right? Yeah, and let's say I will have another example over here. Okay, so what if this add two numbers method is calling get message method? Okay, so in that case how we can do debug, right? So far we saw individually by calling it any of these method directly from main method, but here I'll show how this get message method will be called from another private method that is called r2 numbers instead from main method, right? Yeah. uh, let's say in this r2 numbers, let me call result. Okay. And call this r2 numbers from main method, that is from here r2 numbers. Okay, r2 numbers is returning int, so initialize this uh, result to this variable that is called a result, and print over here. Okay, so let me put the debugger over here and as well here. Okay, so our expectation is what, not a runtime if you run this program. Okay, the first debugger will land over here and it will enter to this uh, r2 numbers method, right? That is here. You come over here, so from here it will go to this message method. Okay, and it will return. So here we will see how the hello John value is coming. As I kept a breakpoint over here, this is nothing but a breakpoint. Okay, so let's start uh, this program in debug mode. Step over, so it came over here 2 and 4, right? And from this line it will come to get message, right? Okay, so from this get message it will come back to this uh, previous position, like from line number 15. Okay, so this debugger came, right? So as there is no lines of code written in this get message. Okay, so debugger will come back to this previous position, that is called the from which uh, line this debugger came, right? Yeah, go next. And what is the result that this method returned? So that the result will be initialized to this variable called a result. Okay, you can keep cursor over here, keep cursor on this here variable result, you can see the value hello, or else here right side you can see the value is a hello John. Okay, and then step over, and after that on line number 16, so there is no lines of code, so it is directly returning. Okay, so this method being executed from this line, that is 10, right? And this is the main method, so again it will come back. And what is the value this method of returned, that is a plus b, that is what, 2 plus 4 equal to, sorry, 2 plus 4 will be 6, right? So that value will be stored in this variable, that is the result. And they will see whether 6 is being stored or not. Actually, you can keep cursor on this variable and you can see the 6, right? And the same value will be printing on console by using this C# statement. Okay, step over, you can see the result 6. Yeah, that's it. And this program got ended with the value 6. Okay, yeah, so this is how we can debug a Java application in intellij IDEA. Yeah, if you have any doubts, you do let me know in comment section.